You can listen to this practice wherever you find yourself today. You can be sitting down or laying down, or whatever it is you're doing is fine. And hopefully wherever you're at when you listen, this will still be helpful to you in some way. So if you would prefer to listen to this practice in a still position, you can just take all the time that you need to arrive. You can let yourself fidget and stretch in any ways that feel good for your body. And just starting to come into that sense of feeling and how your body physically is feeling right now. And any ways your body might want to move to feel a little bit more at ease. And maybe your body is calling for stillness right away and honoring that if that's the case as well. And maybe it'd feel good to have some neck rolls or cat-cow motions with the spine or side body bends. And just not worrying at all about what this looks like, but just fully coming into that sense of feeling and following that path of least resistance in the body. And there is no rush whatsoever. You can continue to move throughout this practice whenever you feel the need to. You're not ruining anything if you need to adjust. And if you are feeling ready to come to that still position of your choice, you may do so whenever you're ready. And if you haven't already, and if you're in a space where you feel safe to do so, at any time you can allow your eyes to gently close. And you can mark your arrival into your body today, into this practice, with a full intentional cleansing breath. Just letting yourself take a full inhale in through the nose and just letting yourself fill up fully to every corner and edge of you. As you then pause for just a moment to really feel that fullness. And then as you need to, slowly letting all of that go. Exhaling fully. Gently pulling the navel toward the spine just to get that last bit of stagnant air out of you. And then once again pausing for a moment to just feel that emptiness as you let your next breath come as it's needed. And so you can breathe just like this for a few more rounds, for as long as it feels good and helpful to you. Just by exaggerating the 4 parts of your breath. Just consciously bringing your awareness into the breath, into the body. Exaggerating the inhale, the slight pause at the top of your inhale, followed by the exhale, and the pause at the bottom of your exhale. And at any point, if you haven't already, you can just release this guidance over your breath altogether. And beginning this practice, playing with that sense of control and release of control. As you remind yourself that the breath can be either voluntary or automatic. So switching from this voluntary breath into observing the automatic breath. And seeing if you can just watch your body as it breathes you. And also reminding yourself that some days, sometimes, for whatever reason, this feels nearly impossible to do. So it is perfectly okay if that's where you're at today. And maybe instead of having awareness on the breath, if that doesn't feel comforting to you, just bringing awareness to your face and Just noticing any feelings or any expressions, any emotions that might be communicated by the expression resting on your face. Maybe some tension in the brow or the jaw, the nostrils or the chin. And even with the eyes closed, just seeing what your face might look like right now. And just allowing yourself to consciously soften into this moment, soften into your own body, into your anatomy, trusting that everything will be held exactly where it needs to be without any of your holding or any of your doing. It's allowing your jaw to hang into place, allowing your lips to soften, the chin to relax, the nostrils and the cheeks all just being soft, releasing into whatever position your face is resting in. Just releasing into this moment. Letting the eyes be soft, the ears, the eyebrows and the forehead. Just feeling the full width and depth of your forehead. Maybe even turning your inner gaze to peer into the forehead, into that dark space. And just noticing anything at all that you may see. Maybe it's not dark. Maybe there's a lot of images or colors or light shining through. Just observing your sense of sight, even if the eyes are closed. Observing whatever you can see behind the eyelids or in the mind. Just allowing your hairline to soften a bit. Just allow this same sense of maybe acceptance or release naturally continue to spread across your whole scalp and down all sides of your neck, across both shoulders, cascading down the arms into the hands. So you just allow your arms and hands to be heavy. Allow the space between the ears and the shoulders get a little longer. As you just feel the crown of your head reaching away from your seat. Allowing any part of you that is making contact with the surface beneath you to really sink down and release itself into that support. As you just let yourself be heavy and let yourself be held. And at the same time, feeling a sense of lightness in the part of you that is facing the sky above you. Letting yourself feel slightly lifted and light, maybe in the crown of the head. And reminding yourself that this is not a thinking process. There is nothing you need to do. This is simply one of observation. This is a listening process. You're just observing the sense of feeling heavy and observing the sense of feeling light. Remembering that you are capable of holding these opposing sensations at the same time. You are capable of holding contrasting feelings, contrasting thoughts, and even beliefs. Contrasting sensations. And perhaps there is pain present in your body somewhere right now. And just challenging any urge to run away or distract yourself from the pain. And instead, just letting yourself sit with that sensation. Instead, bring all of your awareness into that place that is maybe suffering, or maybe just slightly uncomfortable. Maybe if you slept weird. And maybe at the same time there's a part of your body, or maybe of your mind or heart, that feels very good. That feels like at peace or accepting. Maybe it's a really, really quiet sensation. But remembering that both of these things can exist at the same time as well. You do not need to be all or nothing. You are a human. And as a human, we all will be living the human experience. And within this experience are contrasting sensations, are contrasting events and ideas. We will feel the worst we've ever felt, as well as the best we've ever felt. And when you feel good, it is a contrast. It is the distance between the bad that you are feeling. So just using that as a comfort for you to fully allow yourself to experience hardships if that's where you're at right now, knowing that it is just one part of life, it is temporary. And also using this as permission to fully feel the good parts of life, if that's where you're at. Knowing that it is temporary. And just letting yourself soak in all the goodness that you can. Using that as fuel to get through future bad times. And maybe there are bad things going on in one section of your life, and great things going on in another section of your life simultaneously. In fact, that's probably likely. And just knowing that any negative or any bad, or anything you label as negative or bad, does not negate your ability to feel good and joy and love. It actually strengthens your ability to feel that distance between. And there is nothing wrong with you if you are in pain right now, if you are suffering in any capacity. It does not mean that you've done anything wrong. It does not mean you are being punished for anything. It is just simply proof that you are human. And all of us, no matter what we do, will experience the full human experience, which includes pain and hardships and really tough times. And sometimes the biggest source of our suffering can just be that voice in our head that tries to tell us that we should be feeling good, or we should be feeling better, or we've done something wrong and that's why we feel bad. Just trying to analyze the pain and suffering of our life and ask ourselves why it's here. What did we do? And that whole layer can be muted just by reminding ourselves that things just happen in this life, and bad things will happen to all of us. And it does not mean you've done anything wrong. It's just a reminder that you are human just like everyone else is. And all of the good times that you will have in the future, all of the times you will feel great and whole and loved and connected, it's all on its way to you. It's all coming your way. You're just allowing yourself to feel whatever is present within you at this moment. Whether that is great things or bad things or a mixture of both. Knowing that the only way that we move on and move forward through our feelings in particular is through feeling. Is through allowing ourselves to move through the emotions instead of pushing them down deeper within us, where they just echo louder. But letting any intense emotions arise and release. When you need to cry, letting yourself cry. When you need to scream and punch a pillow or run around, letting yourself do so. When you need to laugh and dance, letting yourself do so. When you need a hug, finding someone or something to hug. Just allowing yourself to live in this full spectrum of the human experience, because you are human. And just once again, reminding yourself to soften if any tension has come back in the face or in the head or neck and shoulders, anywhere throughout the body. Just letting yourself soften once more into your own anatomy. Trusting your own anatomy. Listening closely to your own heartbeat. Letting this constant and steady beat be a reminder of your life, the life that is pumping through you every moment of the day. And how this heart is your direct line of connection to whatever source of energy lets your heart beat. Let's all of our hearts beat. To all of that love that is required for all of our hearts to beat as they do. And so just reminding yourself that there is no need for you to earn any more love, because you have a direct connection to all of the love right within your own heart. And instead of going out and trying to earn love, what we can do is go out and share the love we already have, and watch how that will naturally multiply and inspire that love out of those we cross paths with. If it feels like something you would like to do today, you can just let your hands find each other in a prayer position toward heart center. And just feeling this heart beat into your hands, and your hands beat back into your heart. Just reminding yourself that your hands possess this love that is in your heart. And your hands have the power to create and to heal through your heart. And just taking one final deep breath into your body. Just letting yourself fill up the most you have today. As you hold that for just a moment, and then let it all go. As your head gently bows. And just taking a moment to bow to the source of energy that allows your heart to beat, whatever you believe that to be. And bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally, bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. And may this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights, and may you bring the same love and understanding to everything you do and to everyone that you see. Thank you.